What is up, horror fam? We are back with a very, very exciting YouTube live this week. I think everyone knows what we're going to talk about. But before anyone asks, yeah, just us two. No Goblin, no Jonathan. But if you want to hear him talk about this subject, he will be on the podcast that we're releasing on Thursday. So don't worry. You'll hear his thoughts on chaos and control.
Oh, I promise.
It'll happen. It'll definitely happen. But Jess, what's up? We're here. We made it.
Nothing happened this week. Just, a little tired. No excitement.
None. No.
Nice shirt, Duff.
Oh, thank you. You too. I think I see the tip. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
Just the tip. That's all you guys get of the reveal shirt here.
Wow.
You said it. I just
Fair. That's true. I did.
This is your first time here. Welcome. That's what you get.
Those jokes aplenty, for sure. But before we do get into any of that, let's see who is here with us. First of all, Mothman, thanks for joining. Also, I don't think you have to worry about that this week because the announcement was one-sided. So
Murdy tweets tombstone.
No Murdy talk at all this week, probably. And if he comes up, I blame the chat. Just saying.
It won't be me.
Yeah, maybe. Chemo, what's up? Thanks for joining us. The show has started. The quote being the only memorable thing. Well, no, I had a very memorable moment, but it had to do with Jonathan.
Oh,
getting very scared.
I was unfortunately kind of part of that. So
that is true, but he stood out a little bit more in that moment.
Absolutely.
I must say.
Absolutely.
Mary, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Yes, I am so excited for Dr. Oddfellow's return, and especially the integration we are getting. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Cannot wait. We're at 5-ish months away now, so we're close. Ish.
My God.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Okay, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here.
How you doing?
Jordan, thanks for joining. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. I assume that would be Oddfellow then that you've seen before.
It'd be crazy if it was Jack.
Right?
Crazy.
Like if you miss 32, maybe. It's Oddfellow. It has to be. I also feel like there hasn't been a spec map in a while.
Not that long ago, right?
4 to 5 weeks sounds about right. So yeah, now that we got our first announcement, I think they might start rolling again pretty soon. But we'll see. We'll see. Just look, thanks for joining from Vietnam. That is early.
That's crazy.
Not that early, but earlier than here, obviously. Because it's night.
Yeah, Duff.
Thanks for how that works. Albert, no news at all. None whatsoever. Nothing.
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, basically. The Hotline, thanks for being here. Ready for some chaos in the chat in the attempt to control the stream. There's no control going on here. It's just pure chaos. We don't even bother trying. We just lean into it. It makes it fun.
When we try, there's more chaos, I fear. So
you fear, huh?
I didn't even try that,
Happy announcement season, Katie. It is officially kicked off.
Woo!
Mike Daniels, what's up? The MVP of MEGACON for 365.
Oh, thank Mike, everybody. Really. Without Mike, there would be
You don't need to know why, but Mike was very helpful.
Emotional support for me as I was there going through all the waves in that panel. That's really what it was. Thank you, Mike.
That is true. That is true. No Ordinary GG, thanks for joining us. Glad you could make it here. Stay in Screen Pod, thanks for making it once again. Good to see you back. Soon. Yeah, I mean, the announcement's already happened, so. But event, sort of soon. Next announcement, maybe soon. Spec map, maybe soon. I'll move on soon, too. Dog. Sorry. I missed the dog.
It's the first dog of the stream.
Arkham, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Universal After Dark, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Spook It's honorary co-host of HHN 365 podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Is that an Astra on podcast?
Sugar Bee, what's going on? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hi.
Oh, haven't joined a YouTube live in a while. Oh, well, thank you for making this one. Appreciate that. Hopefully,
back.
It should be a good one. I won't say hopefully. This should be a good one.
Unless you're afraid of clowns or weren't excited for icons.
Yeah, that is true. Good point.
This is probably not the show for you. I don't know a podcast that would be for you, actually.
Yeah. Why are you watching us?
Hope you find one.
Jake Willie, thanks for joining.
Ooh, I remember you from last week. I remember that picture.
Not so scary costume. There it is. Hey, howdy, hey, Bethany. Thanks for joining.
Bethany, that is my Mardi Gras friend. Everyone's getting a title to this live.
Everyone.
Everyone. That's my Mardi Gras friend.
You'll get one eventually. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there. Forrest, the merch is really good. We'll take a look at all that later as well. But we're already wearing some of it, as we alluded to. D'Angelo, thanks for joining. Were you guys buying merch Saturday? Thought I saw Jess, a couple other you guys. Yeah, we were there on Saturday. So if you thought you saw Jess, the hair, kind of a giveaway, you saw Jess.
I will say, Bethany had very similar hair as me when Mardi Gras started. So I did have a doppelganger out there.
True.
But yeah, usually if you see this combination in this way, I never really change my hair at this point. It is me, most likely. And if it's not, it's a cool story to tell me later. Maybe for me, I don't know if it'd be cool for you. That I would be embarrassed. But if you see us, stop us. I meant to have stickers that day too, and I totally forgot. I forgot sandwiches in the car. That was a whole day. MEGACON
stickers in February or March? Jeez, I don't know where we are.
At an announcement, I should just have them. You know,
yeah, I get it. That's fair.
We know.
Do as Jordan says. Drop a like, even if you don't like us. You could like the video.
Yeah.
What's going on, Liz? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Liz.
Good to see you here. Wade, what's going on?
Hello.
Can't believe you made it. Who would have thought?
Shocking.
Oh, yeah. Sorry if we confused anyone. We accidentally listed it for Monday 1st. Changed it before we put it like on socials. But yes. So if you saw it like come up in your feed for some reason as Monday, that was an accident. Did not mean to do that. Was never going to happen. Sorry.
No. Anything on a Monday that's not like a podcast drop it's imposters. It's not us.
Ponting, what's up? Thanks for joining us. And just because we have no Goblethan doesn't mean we can't have some Goblethans created. So I'll try to think of some. We need something for this year. Maybe like
Jack and Oddfellow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Jack and Oddfellow.
But can you just do like a split one? I don't want both. I want half and half.
Like the merch design.
Yeah, kind of. But Goblethan.
Of course. Yeah. Only sort of C-Town. Only sort of. But thanks for being here. Sauce J, thanks for joining us. What's up? How's it going?
Like the Hopper picture.
Rest in peace to one of the most mid attractions ever, but now is worse.
It was a groundbreaking audio animatronic at the time.
Oh, the animatronic was great.
Okay.
I said attraction.
We can talk about Hopper.
I said attraction.
Well, I was talking about Hopper.
Thank you.
Nope.
Okay.
This is not a Disney podcast.
Yeah. Sonic, not quite yet. Whenever that first bi-coastal IP gets announced, it's probably going to be Hollywood's first, typically how it works out, which who knows? We could not be too far off. Really nothing to get in the way this year, except maybe FanFest, if they looked at it that way in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. But hopefully not too long. 360, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good night to me. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Busy week and into week.
Now it's only Tuesday, and I feel like I've lived 10
It is
lives.
only Tuesday. It is.
But it's a good thing. It's good tired.
Yeah. Luigi, thanks for joining us. Next spec map confirmed by Legacy to be Easter. Man, really sticking with the holidays, huh?
So that would be the whole shtick. So then I would assume the next one after Easter would be Memorial Day then? I'm just going to start guessing.
Oh, we're really sticking to holidays. Okay.
Well,
yeah.
if we literally have only done holidays at this point. So
that is true.
I think isn't Easter a week from this coming Sunday? I'm checking my calendar now. I feel like it is. It
sounds like the right time of year, yeah.
So, not next live, but the one after.
Could be.
Probably be about that.
Disney Mike, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Dog.
That's
the title. that's your title.
Dog. Hydra, we will not snitch. We're just happy you could be here. That's all.
Maybe this is like, I don't know, enrichment or something. Tell them it's like beneficial to your growth.
Yeah, exactly. Research. Empowerment.
Jargon.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, glad you could make it to a live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
What a live to be at, too.
I know, right? We got another at work that we will not snitch on. Thanks for listening. Appreciate that.
Jargon
Haley. I had to say your name, too, because you're not watching. So, Haley.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Appreciate you listening in.
I wouldn't have caught on to that. I'm glad you did.
Chico Soul, what's going on? Thanks for making it back here with us once again. And did I... Oh, we are so far.
Oh, we just got a comment that I want to highlight. We're not going to get there for a while. Josh is at a Florida Panther game right now and watching us.
Oh, I love that. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And, with how our season is going, this might be more entertaining than the game.
But also, always go Cats.
But always go Cats.
Yeah. Sorry, I just saw it. Well,
for draft position, go Kraken tonight, maybe.
I'll take it. Yeah,
yeah.
Back to back, we can't be greedy, Don.
I know.
Gotta share.
Reload for next year. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
Dynasty.
Oh, never been to HHN Hollywood, but bought a plane ticket to celebrate your birthday this year. Have fun, Leanne. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's fun. Congrats. It's a fun park.
What Josh said. Tank for McKenna. Exactly. All right. I think that's everyone who has joined us or commented in the chat at the very least. I think it is time for us to start hopping into the fun. So, of course, if you did not know, there was a panel at MEGACON this past weekend, specifically for HHN 35 in Orlando. It was headed up by Mike Aiello, Laura Sauls, and Charles Gray. First little fun tidbit here. We got the full logo for HHN 35. A lot more 25-esque. With kind of the lighting and the way the vanity's laid out. Looks good. Mm-hmm. It looks like whatever the medallion logo might be potentially, if they do it. Talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to hold it. I'm holding it in, but we did say at the panel, because we walked into this, it was going, and it was actually like a video, like it was a live thing with like flickering bulbs and things. Mm-hmm. And the three of us kind of looked at each other and we were like, it's like Carnival Graveyard meets 25.
Yep.
I like it.
So with that, I think we could hop right into it. There was some discussion first just about the process of HHN and how they developed the event and the importance of 35 and, that kind of fun stuff. But of course, they led into announcements. Let's just watch the first video together.
We're back.
So obviously the first thing that was announced was the return of Jack and Oddfellow. Immediately, we had no info about house, anything, just Jack and Oddfellow. They talked about the importance of icons throughout the panel, and it led to that moment, that video. And already that was cool enough, right? Like everyone was pretty pleased with that as is. But before we move on further, let's just kind of take a look at at this cool video they put out and what we saw from it. Not much other than Jack and Oddfellow themselves, of course, but they were featuring new designs. So first, let's take a look here at Jack's new design. And yeah, that is pretty good. It's one where you can see it incorporates just kind of every iteration of Jack we've seen. Every costume he's has kind of ties into this in one way or another. It's very grimy and dirty this time. Very fitting for Jack.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get to it, but it incorporates, I mean, from what I'm assuming, it incorporates a lot more of his backstory now too. Just kind of when you're looking at what we can see, that under outfit right there. Mm-hmm. And you all know I am obsessed with lore. We all are, but like that is really cool. Also, somebody pointed out, and I thought I noticed this, but I wasn't sure, his eyes are red, and normally they're yellow.
Yellow, yes. Very curious about that one.
Also, I need to like look back, and they kind of like will change his sculpt up every year. This is a little more different than in past years, and it's in a complimentary way, giving like almost comic book Joker features now. In like the especially around the mouth. I don't know why. It's just more than like Jack has ever made me uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And even like Eugene was like, "Oh yeah," and I was like, "Okay, the comic book guy agrees with me."
They exaggerated his raggediness for sure.
Yeah,
and I love it. Oh,
it's so good.
And worth noting that it would appear that in this teaser that we saw, that's James Keaton, the actor reprising his role. He has been Jack since day one, and basically outside of a few moments has always played Jack. However, Jack was not the one on stage later.
Yeah.
So very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how that plays out. Yeah. But for now, let's move over to Oddfellow, sporting kind of his normal look. Obviously, the costume a bit different, but at the end of the day, he just kind of looks like Oddfellow, but specifically Oddfellow that you would have seen at the end of his House Twisted Origins, kind of once he had like the full power of like the Zodiac flowing through him, I guess is the best way to describe that moment.
Yeah.
So he has the very exaggerated sharp fangs going on. The emblem is like really pronounced and deep within him. His skin has got a bit rough. Whereas a lot of times you see him, he's more just looks like a guy. So I'm curious if this is just kind of the version of Oddfellow we have moving forward, or if he will switch back like he did in 32.
Well, he can do whatever he wants. Quite literally.
Yes, correct.
So.
And I think we're going to see a lot of versions of both of them throughout we're going to see.
We know
they said it. That we know for a fact.
Yeah. But the most exciting thing you can't even tell in this photo. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, no, go ahead. Go
ahead. His jacket. Obviously, we know that Jack stole the jacket for 25. And that's why he had the red duster and everything. They acknowledge that now. And because 32 is the prequel, Oddfellow now has a purple coat. And it is so nice. And it is so nice to have an icon that I share a color scheme with.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I've changed my vote.
You should have seen it. At the panel, in the moment, Jess immediately went, I think I'm Team Oddfellow now.
So I said, I think I have to be Team Oddfellow.
I have to be. I'm sorry.
I feel like if not, it's just wrong. And also, like, normally icons were red and black and yellow, and like love those colors and everything, but like obviously these are my favorite colors, and to have like bright striking colors, and the purple looks so good on him. It's just
I would like to say in the marketing we've seen since, they've only focused on green though.
Yes, because he's wearing purple, which makes sense.
Yes. So green's kind of his color, but he's rocking the purple. So just like Antoine Griezmann is now. Orlando City fans. What's up? Okay. So yeah, we got icons right out of the gate. Two of them, the ones we expected and have been talking about since October of last year, or I guess November technically.
Yeah.
But they're here. It's official. They look great. That teaser was so much fun. Chills is how I think everyone in the audience felt. I'm sure everyone who wasn't there at the panel, also watching online. Just one of those amazing moments that you don't get a lot as a fan of a seasonal event, you know? Like you only get those kind of things once a year at best, outside of the event itself, at least. So seeing this, oh man. And you can see the excitement here in the chat as well. Now some video was so hype. Let's go. Yes, they're back. The way the electricity shot through my body when this video played on Saturday. The Ringmasters of Fear, specifically. I actually love that tag.
I do too.
Of Fear. That's so fun.
And it was right there. Like any of us could have guessed that this whole fucking time. It's such a it's like low hanging fruit, but so good. I don't know. Love it.
Loving these new costumes. Chills. Love it. Yes, the whistle, which I think Jess just said when we were testing these videos out before we played them to make sure they're looking good for the stream. Yeah. And Jess was like, oh, fuck, the whistle.
It made me have chills. I was like, oh, it brought me back to being in the Gramercy Park smoking section. And like hearing Sweet Caroline, but also hearing the park audio and just being like, oh, wow, good event. Good event. I miss it.
You know, it's actually kind of fair. I think I do want to go to this photo. I think it's the angle. I said this immediately when we saw it. I was like, that's kind of a strange, main marketing photo for them to use. Because I just think it's his angle. Yeah. The way he's leaned in, the way the lighting's hitting him. It makes his teeth, so pronounced. That it's like, huh, that's a lot. That's a lot going on.
Yeah. I've looked at a lot of pictures of Oddfellow in the last 24 hours. TikTok. I feel like I had to specify that it wasn't for personal reasons. And it's just in 32, probably because he couldn't talk with them in, he just didn't have, big goofy teeth like that. And it was just, I don't know. There was a swagger to him. I don't see it in this picture. I kind of hate it. If I just look from the nose up, it's great. It's the teeth, man.
Sauce J, we don't know exactly, but Mike Aiello gives a very good idea of where it takes place.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get to that. We're going to go over all the details later. We have so much info about this house. It's kind of insane. But
for March.
We'll get into all of that for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to rip apart Mr. Oddfellow's look right now. I love him so much. I just jumped back over to the team. I have to be in his good graces stuff.
Fair. No, this will not be in Hollywood. If it was, they would have already done an announcement to pair with it. I could buy into the Jack going to Hollywood potentially. I can't buy it being Jack and Oddfellow anyways. But I think that's confirmed without them saying anything at this point. It'd be really weird for all this hype to happen and them to just stay quiet.
Right? No, it's not happening. I love that jacket.
Oh, thanks for making your first live. Yes, we have 2 icons this year in Orlando. It's pretty great. Pretty great.
Not the Billy Bob teeth. You're wrong for that.
Yeah.
Wade called it the Paul Wall girl.
Oh. I mean, same effect. Yeah.
That's oh my God. If he has those teeth in, I will be singing Grills to him as we pass by. Somebody asked me on TikTok on the lore video today, because people didn't know he had a first name, obviously. Come on. Everybody has a first name. It's Doctor. No, they said, do you think he would like if you went up to him and called him Dr. Rich? And I said, I think you just challenged me to something I absolutely will do during the event.
And he will not like it. That is almost...
No, but definitely. I want to hear it. Nobody better steal that. I'm doing it opening night. I'm running to Oddfellow. Yeah. Rich. Doesn't he look like a Rich?
He does. That's a rich if I've ever seen one, I guess.
Never Richard though. So
yeah, I don't know what a rich looks like. So this is rich in my mind now.
Dr. Rich Oddfellow,
Ringmaster
of Fear.
And before we move on, a question that's not related. What do you think Frequent Fear Pass will release similar to the other years? Yeah, in recent years, that's been July. I'd say that's probably when it's going to happen once again. So I would expect that. All right, let's see. Let's move on to the... I'm trying to figure out how to lay this out because there's so much fun stuff. So they announced the house, of course. I guess we can get into that. It's Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos, and Control. So we got the icons. That was exciting. Then they give us a whole house announcement as well. And you think that's probably all we're going to get. But they tell us everything they possibly can about this house. Mostly Charles Gray, and he was very excited to do so. And I would be too, because, Jess, I don't know about you, but if we were going to get Jack back, I don't think there's a more fun way they could have done this.
No, it's perfect. And the way, like, they gave us some corporate jargon and synergy and yada, yada, yada about everything. But like the excitement between the three of them. And I love that they started out the whole panel as like, we were fans first and explaining like how Mike went to the event first. Charles was a scare actor and like all of those things and how they're always thinking of us first and yada. And, you know, some of it is bullshit. We know some of it is like, they're trying to get us all excited and everything, but like, you can tell that they care. And all of my worries were kind of just like out of my brain at that point, which is probably what they wanted. And then they did the whole icon, like, who do you love? Who do you love? Da-da-da-da. And then they gave us this. And it was like, oh my God, you just hit 10 home runs out of this fucking entire convention center. Like the roof blew off the place in my mind. I don't know. Maybe it was just me.
No, it did. And can we talk about for a second how they absolutely packed out the main hall at MEGACON?
At 10 a.m.
Yeah. Over 2,500 people were packed in. Yeah. And they made jokes about it a ton, but like HHN people at 10 a.m., crazy. Who would have thought?
Right. So, and for us to have like a right brain at that point.
Yeah. So for that many people to be there and have this kind of energy, pretty special moment.
And this is the perfect house. This is, as I said after the panel, quite literally things I asked for. So I'm excited.
Before we do get into any of the further details that we got about the house, of course, they did announce it on social media as well and gave us a quick description. And that is, witness Jack the Clown's unholy origins, then enter Dr. Oddfellow's wickedly twisted universe where two of the most powerful forces in horror face off in a death match of chaos versus control. Okay, let's give the context. So first, I will say, specifically Mike Aiello did eventually tweet out a shit ton of details, and we will go over those. But Jess, let's first recall what we remember from this panel, because they gave us a ton at the panel as well.
Well, I actually like rewatched the whole panel on Sunday for a bunch of TikToks, so I think that is unfair. I think I remember more than you're going to give me credit for, Duff.
I didn't say anything.
I just feel
me. I was talking about me. I remember less than you do, and you know that's true. And I would never say otherwise.
I don't know. I think we equally forget everything.
Fog brain.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep saying the one thing I kept saying on Saturday to you, Shady Brook. Shady Brook. We were on fucking Lime scooters at one point, and I was just going, Shady Brook. Duh.
And then here, I'll pull up. So they gave us concept art. We'll get into this now because it kind of fits. Here's one of the pieces of concept art we got. And they directly alluded to in this scene returning somewhere that HHN fans will know. And you could see some similarities in here, obviously done up with some game show-esque features, but similarities to Shady Brook. Get the toilet, the walls, the padded wall. It's, yeah. Giving Shady Brook for sure.
It's Jack's birthplace. We can't not go there. Like, and they did say okay, so I know I did see a chat fly by that was like, the timeline, and I think we even highlighted it. They did say that this is like running at the same, like when we first enter, it is at the same time of HHN 32. It is that night where Jack went to Oddfellow, and it's Oddfellow retelling the story from his perspective and literally narrating it.
Yes.
So it starts that way. He murders him, and they even, from what I remember, said we're going to see possibly Jack's 13 victims and where they were hidden in the trunks in the caravan and everything, and just really important lore that like kind of got, but we didn't really get in 32 because it was more focused on the Dark Zodiac side of that night. But this is more now the Jack Schmidt side, and they said we're going to meet Jack Schmidt the man, not Jack the clown.
Yes, which makes a ton of sense when you go back to what you said. If this is him narrating Jack from the start, and also just the description that they put on social media, it starts with witness Jack the Clown's unholy origins, then enter blah 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 blah. So it feels like early on we are literally going to start with at least from where Jack is working as Oddfellow's assistant and apprentice, at the very least.
Yeah.
So a side of Jack we have literally never seen.
No. We got one Easter egg in 32 with that wanted poster of like, what he would have looked like, but that was it. And then like for me, Shady Brook, last time we saw Chance, she was in Shady Brook. Eddie, also born in Shady Brook. And if Jack eventually realizes, because the Jack in the Box is a portal, and I know we also have concept art for that, but that then sends, Jack and Oddfellow, they start fighting, because Jack realizes he now has the dark magic as well and immortality. And we see literally him become the character we know and love. And he takes over. And they said it even gets really meta with Jack taking over the narration from Oddfellow at certain points. And there's so many ways that this could also mean Icons Incorporated and other ways as well in here. But it's still focused on Jack and Oddfellow at the end of the day.
I'm sure anyone kind of deeply associated with Jack or Oddfellow, I don't know who you'd include, but will be featured just because of the way they can shift time and places and make what they want appear, basically.
Oh yeah, that means Jack can also time jump and have portals then.
Yes.
That just crossed, I've been in Oddfellow's world.
I'm sure how we end up right here.
Right there.
Yep.
Wow. Seeing Oddfellow in the box is going to be like a mind fuck.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
And the jacked up sign is the original font from 2000 as well. Easter egg, Laura pointed out. Look at his jacket. So
good. Sell that in the park.
Yeah. They said we're going to see different versions of Jack we've also never seen. And they said this is going to be a fucked up violent house. So
well, we definitely haven't seen slicked back hair Jack before. So that's
I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, full game show host.
Oh wow. I love.
But going back to this one, does anyone else, first of all, beautiful. I want to put this in my house. This is just a gorgeous piece of art.
Sell it.
But does anyone look at this and immediately go, vortex tunnel? You can literally see the vortex tunnel design wrapping around.
Yep.
And if this is the moment he is transferred into the Oddverse, you use the vortex tunnel as a way to transition to somewhere completely different. Makes too much sense. This has to be a vortex tunnel moment.
Oh my god.
Has to be.
Excited.
Before we get too far, we do have a lot more to say. Let's look at some of the comments and what people are thinking. First of all, I love this. Was going to give HHN a miss this year. However, now, bought the t-shirt, flights, and got a hotel. Couldn't miss it. Love that.
That is too real. That's life as an HHN fan. How are you going to skip an anniversary? Wait. That was on you for even thinking you were going to skip an anniversary.
Hollow Rant, actually, the latter, sort of. But we have a lot more details about that, too.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the latter. But it's not a friendship.
Ooh. No.
Ooh.
Never.
Spooky Bit says, I feel like the Jack and Oddfellow house will be something similar to Icons Captured, but with a more cohesive storyline. And I really like that Dylan Colath is involved with this one. Did we even say that yet? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. Which is
the
crazy.
designer is Dylan Colath, who, if you don't know, Dead Man. What I almost said dead, like the Knives Out. I can't even think of the name, but that's almost what I said.
Yeah, Dead Man's Pier.
Dead Man's Pier. Thank you. Artista. Yeah.
Goblins.
Huge scale, beautiful houses. It's what he's known for. A lot of detail. So very excited for that.
Mm-hmm. So excited.
I think it's gonna be pretty epic then.
Epic. Synergy.
Dylan Colath, my goat. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
We just make a shirt that says Dylan Colath this year. That's it. Just nothing else.
We technically, I guess, lined up because we had to wait for our badges. So we started at 7:45 a.m. and then we tailed it as soon as they let us get to the actual hall, which was 9:45.
Yeah. Usually it wasn't too bad. And we weren't that far back in the line at that point. People lined up at like 7 a.m. I know that.
And there was also somewhere else you could have gone, apparently, and we didn't know that ahead of time.
But we had to get our badges regardless. It wouldn't have made that much of a difference.
But it's all right, because we got a good spot and we enjoyed it, and it was fun.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
Luigi, yep. Charles Gray does seem like the perfect fit for this one. I don't think they officially said it, but the fact that he described the house totally, it sounds like he is the creative director for this one.
And he was quite literally like kicking his feet and like giggling the entire time. It was just, it was perfect the way that they set this all up.
Yeah, this is not going to be on the 3 house. They're going to make you pay up to see this on Masking the Horror for sure.
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry, this one has people excited. There's so much.
Yeah, obviously.
Some excitement about meeting Human Jack. That's actually one of the things I'm most excited about. And that's the dorkiest thing you could possibly be excited about. But I guess that's why we're here in the live stream right now. So
I was like, call me a dork. I don't give a fuck. I got a little misty-eyed when they said that in Shady Brook. Because I've said it before. Really important. That's all I had to follow back in the day when we didn't really get like walkthroughs of the houses was the lore. So lore heavy, because 30 was not about the lore. It was about the lantern. That's fine. And like just their little like commercial segments. This is about the icons that like started it all. It's just it's perfect.
Spider-Man into the Oddverse.
I don't like Oddverse.
There's a lot of excitement and one not so excitement about a potential vortex tunnel return. Yeah, that makes some people sick, unfortunately. But I love it.
I haven't been through one since I got vertigo.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Close your eyes.
Oh no.
I think you'll be grabbing weight as you walk through.
Whoever. He's gonna be like around. Yeah, he's not gonna be there every night. It's gonna be you and Mary. Just get me through this part.
Tunnel fucks up my whole night and I still love it.
Oh shit.
That's what it's all about. I think there's so much. I'm just gonna scroll all the way. Yeah, we're gonna catch up and move on. Luigi says, I believe Ramon confirmed it on Twitter. I guess the Charles Gray part? Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. All right. So we do have one more piece of concept art to look at before we move on from this part of the house details. And that is going to be what they told us directly is the finale of the house. So as everyone's been asking and alluding to, yes. So at the end, they're no longer battling each other. Basically, the way they've described this is they both kind of had their asses kicked a little bit by each other at this point after Jack starts to figure out how to use his powers to control the Oddverse. And they realize that their powers are much weaker when they're fighting against each other. But if they combine them, they can use it to its full potential. So basically, this is a moment where they turn it on you, the guest. You've been watching them and just viewing that angle of the fight. But now it's turned on you. And this moment is the finale. And basically the way they described it is as you walked through this skull, that is basically them ushering you back into the infernal carnival of nightmares.
There you go.
Icon. Yeah. One day it'll just come out clean. One day.
Not for me.
But yeah, so that is pretty exciting because then they also do confirm at some point that the event, everything at this event, HHN 35, takes place at the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares.
That was better.
So this house is a complete prologue to the event, basically. And I think Michaelo actually uses that exact word to say it. Mm-hmm. It's the prologue.
Yep. And then we're in current time as we exit, so we all can assume where this one's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this. I love this. You know what did start playing in my head every time I see this? Two Become One by the Spice Girls. So I will have my headphones in one night and I will cue that up in the second half of that house and just start. Oh, I'm so excited. I did see some Jason Universe mask comparisons, which is also, I believe, what everyone was saying on Saturday as well.
Yep.
They probably are, it's probably going to be repurposed into this. Let's be real.
Yeah, they just cracked it in half. That's all. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no. No. Don't want that.
No.
HHN times Captain Planet. Our powers combined. Sugarbee says, honestly, I don't think their team-up is going to last for long. Both their egos are too big, plus the stuff on the Alliance card. I think they might turn on each other. Yes, I honestly fully believe that does happen at the event. I don't think it can in the house, obviously, if this is the finale, because that's when they team up. So I do think at the event in some way it'll be angled that they have turned on each other. And it'll be really cool storytelling if they do it like the final night or final weekend, that finally happens somehow.
Call back to 2001's Lost script where Oddfellow beheads Jack like Eddie was supposed to. And it doesn't matter because they're both immortal. So it's just going to slow them down. Just like, and that is the really interesting part of all this lore now, is it kind of, it fills in these gaps of like 2007, 2015 of like where was Oddfellow in all of this? And it's because of like this fight that ensued that like they, in different timelines, they were, disabled at that point. So like Oddfellow was not able to fight back against Jack at that point. So it just fills in all these little gaps that we've just had to kind of ignore as fans for a while.
And I think that's kind of the gist of the details from the panel. However, there were some more details, but before we get to that, I do want to go over a fun moment we had with a video. Yeah, definitely a huge pop. It was great. Oh, so good. It was so good.
Yep. And it would have been louder if people filming, like who were trying to film it for things like us, could have also screamed. Because all of us were like,
They're so cool.
I was in so much pain, and I did scream a couple of times because I just could not. Like, there are times where you just can't control it.
Mm-hmm. And one of the main reasons I wanted to look at this video is because they teased something, we hope. Stay in Screen Pod says, they better not let us down with the arches. If you didn't notice, there at the very end, well, throughout the whole thing, actually, there's a backdrop of Jack and Oddfellow over Universal, and the arches look a little bit different than they normally do for HHN, a bit more designed to them. Something they used to do. It has been a while. 19 was the last time they've done anything, I believe. That's not just kind of basic posters and medallion. So yeah, hopefully we do get something along these lines, because it'd be pretty fucked up if they tease this and then gave us nothing except a medallion.
This is also so easy to do. You already do lighting on the arches, usually, whether it's, you know, the blue and pink for whatever the fuck their names are. For Otis, we're just gonna say for Otis, but like, you can just easily do this with a couple of spotlights and quite literally 2 rope lights, two fucking string lights, Universal. That's all we're asking for here. I think that this is the best way to, like, they're not over promising. They could give us this very easily, very low budget and spend everything else in the park, and I like very happy with that. But I want that medallion to be that cutout logo. I don't want a circle this year.
Mm-hmm.
I really want that, because wasn't 25s in, like, not a
it was in the shape of of the actual logo. Mm-hmm.
That'd be so cool. Just with that, it's so simple. I'm saying that like it wouldn't cost money I don't have, but it's simple for Universal. How many millions of dollars are you going to make off of our frequent fears or whatever? Give us some fucking arches. That was really aggressive. I'm sorry.
Did they point toward the WrestleMania sign at the end?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. They did give us their little boxing face off, so I was very happy.
More wrestling vibes going on. Ponting was also there screaming, but Jack's new look is wrestling vibes.
That's what it is. It's not a fucking jumpsuit. It's a singlet. That is a fucking singlet. Yep, you're right. But I love it. I like his little. I really dig it. I don't know why.
Just pay me $100 and give me a scissor lift. I will go install those.
I'll help you
myself. Yeah, we're all there.
Do you know how many people are in this live right now? We can all show up and get it done in 10 fucking minutes. Universal.
Over 100 people, easy.
Oh,
I don't even need the $100. I'm good.
I'll go stand in the smoking section.
We'll each make $1. Less than $1 a person. We're good. We got this.
For less than $1 a person, we can create the arches for HHN 35.
Also, like Mike says, a reminder, give us a like. That'd be great. Helps a lot. Way more than we ever realized, so now we say it. Thanks. Yeah, that's how I feel. If you're going to do this, they have to know our reaction is to immediately expect this, right? They know how we are. Actually, Mike Aiello literally talked about how they created monsters by spoiling us, basically. And he directly said we can never repeat a house again. Like, we can't do that. Like, we've created this monster. So they know. They know what we're looking for. They know what we expect. There's no way they drop the ball, right?
I've learned to never say no.
You know, Otis, they sort of did. That is true. That is sort of true. That's fair.
I don't know. This is different. You can't dangle Oddfellow and Jack in front of us and then not do it. Like, Otis is different. We didn't give a fuck about Otis. We thought we did. But in hindsight, we're all saying fuck Otis for this. Let's be real. I will be happy we didn't get Otis in 33 if I can have this in 35. Not the GoFundMe for the arch scheme.
This is our bio now. Give us the fucking arches.
Is that my thing? It's Arch Watch now. Every year we got one watch. Arch Watch coming to you weekly on our social media. No.
A lot of people in the chat are down, by the way. We're all going to go build this ourselves.
I can't believe we're crowdfunding a fucking Florida theme park overlay. We literally arches in the chat right now.
That is the excuse they can use, C-Town. Otis, how do you bring that to life? and make it look good. This, easy.
They learned from their Otis mistake with this.
All right, so I guess we can move on just a bit now, and I actually want to get into the details that MEGACON gave us on Twitter. Give me just a second. I have to pull it up on my phone. Otherwise, my screen will be too bright, and I'll wash out. So before I actually talk about that one, I do want to say, because Jordan Hill did say just one thing. If you don't know, Jordan Hill does media for the event itself. Obviously played a huge hand in what happened in Horrors of the White 6 last year and its media-driven approach. He says that not only is this the most technically demanding HHN house I've ever worked on, but one of the most technically demanding projects I've ever worked on, period. We are taking some big swings in here, doing things we've never tried in an HHN house before. This one's going to be special. So it sounds like, we probably see the return of a bunch of effects that we've seen previously. And he adds big swings. So I think on top of that, we're going to see some new things to HHN. So that is very exciting to hear. Because a house like this, where you are literally transporting through the Oddverse, I still think that's such a goofy name, though. Transporting through the Oddverse, you're going to have to utilize some fun effects and some creative effects to make it work.
Yeah, I must have missed that. I heard that he did say something. My ears perked up because somebody who worked on Wyatt 6 said something, but I didn't actually see what it was. So that's interesting because I had my doubts about the video implementation in Wyatt's last year, and it was really, really good. So Dylan Colath. And Hatchet.
Hatchet love.
Sorry. So sorry not to leave the Cowboys out. We like the Cowboys on this set.
I love the Cowboys.
I just him, Dylan Colath, Charles, has there ever been a formula more perfect for us? Specifically, Charles Gray, Dylan Colath, and Jordan.
And it's the Icon House.
And it's the Icon House, and it's icons we like. I don't want to get my hopes up too high, but they're already in the fucking stratosphere because of the icons. So,
okay, let's get into what Mike Aiello said, because he, where'd it go? The hotline said it, and I lost it. He said they rolled out the buffet, because Mike Aiello rolls out the buffet with what he tells us. So I'm going to read through kind of pieces, and then I'll stop and we'll discuss a few of the things. So I'm going to start off first. He actually tells just a bunch of the general lore of Jack and Oddfellow. Jess actually has 2 TikToks about that out right now. You should go check him out. Detail, a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to pick up after he says that and go directly kind of to where we are with this house. He says, now both of them exist, Jack and Oddfellow, of course, bound to the same power and the same world. Jack embodies chaos, turning everything into performance and destruction, while Oddfellow represents control, manipulating events and bending reality to his will. They are opposing forces, but they are also connected. Neither of them would exist in this form without the other. That dynamic is where our haunted house begins. And now we're really going to hop into the house. So, sorry if it's a little boring while I just read. Guests step into the story at the moment it all started, inside the box and into the Oddverse, Dr. Oddfellow's domain. It's here they experience Jack's origin as it is being narrated by Oddfellow himself, watching his rise from human killer to something far more dangerous within the carnival. But Jack refuses to stay contained, even within his own story. He interrupts the narration, takes control, and what begins as a retelling quickly becomes a confrontation. As guests move through the house, they are caught inside a battle between chaos and control, as Jack and Oddfellow fight for dominance over the same space, the same story, and ultimately the same power. As the conflict builds, both come to a realization. Divided, their power is limited, but together, their ability to generate fear becomes something far greater. By the climax, they make a choice that is far more dangerous than continuing to fight. They unite. So obviously, immediately taking us to where we are there at the end of the house, them combining their powers, utilizing it to its fullest. And that's bad for us as the guests, I guess.
I don't think so, but okay.
I mean, I love it.
Whatever you say, creative.
So some more details about this. They unite not in peace, but in purpose. Their alliance creates something entirely new, an infernal carnival, a living engine of horror powered by fear itself. Every nightmare within it exists to feed the system, drawing energy from every scream and every moment of terror. This isn't just a place that was built, it's something that was summoned, born from ritual, chaos, and control combined. And once you step inside, you're no longer just witnessing the story, you're part of what keeps it alive. Because this rivalry and the uneasy alliance that grows from it is where Halloween Horror Nights 2026 lives for our 35th anniversary. Two of the event's most iconic figures, Jack the Clown and Dr. Oddfellow, finally come together to unleash their infernal carnival of nightmares. Within this decrepit carnival, fear is on full display. Twisted attractions, familiar horrors reborn, and entirely new nightmares of unimaginable scale take over, each one feeding the engine they've created. This is where our legacy lives and evolves, built on everything that has come before while pushing into something unique and dangerous. The infernal carnival of nightmares. So much more to come. So, reiterating, of course, they come together. They welcome you into the infernal carnival of nightmares. Oh, I almost did it. That was close. And that's where this entire event will take place.
Wow. And it's only March. I have so many thoughts, and I feel like I just can't. I want to get them all out. I know we have time. We have so many months, but like this is crazy. Crazy how much. That means that they are all more excited about this than I feel like they've been for a lot of things in a while. I mean, maybe even WWE, because this is their own shit. I would assume so. You know, your own personal created content is really special to you. So, look at him.
I think the only question this sort of leaves then, at the carnival, obviously this all takes place. Do they do that thing where they try to tie in every house to them somehow, even if it's like an IP? I personally hope not, especially for the IPs, but we've seen it before.
No, I feel like it's gonna be that easy thing where it's just like, oh no, those are, you know, exhibits at the carnival, the IPs, you know. Like you can come see our Stranger Things 5 house, and you can see our Sinners house and stuff like that. But like the originals, it would be really cool if they all had like actual tie-ins for these guys, or you know, lore itself. That could also be really interesting, you know, because they both have been like ruled over Halloween Horror Nights. Maybe that's the tie-in, how they find all these other icons along the way, you know. Like they retcon everybody into this storyline now, and you know, maybe that's how, because maybe Jack, you know, they went to Carrie, and that's how they found the caretaker and Cindy and whoever along the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We'll see. There's a lot they can do with that. Yeah. To stay in Scream Pod's point, like, not only is this a lot to have in March, this is kind of a lot to have before the event, period. So, very exciting to get all this. People don't love the Oddverse title. Yeah. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So what code name are we linking this house to? Soundstage 22 is Balloon, so it looks like it matches. I think makes a ton of sense that it would match that code name. Also kind of fitting into the story, this takes place directly in the center of the park, right behind the Universal Plaza stage. If this is like leading you back out into the carnival, kind of the perfect spot to do it, isn't it?
Yep, there'll be a balloon in there. That'll be why. Something like that.
Okay, so let's move on to our next bit here. And that's actually going to be leaving the house and leaving the panel, where we got a fun little keepsake. And it was this card that you see in front of you. There are 4 different versions of it. You have the Carnival, the Alliance, the Cane, and I don't remember what the other one was called.
I actually just saw a post that's so funny. Was it the clown? Clown is one of the things at the bottom. Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out as we're talking.
That's not the important part, though. If you look at the lucky numbers, these all are codes. If you align them to the alphabet, you have Zodiac, Clown, Chaos, and Control.
The box. That's the other one for Chaos.
So, obviously, cool keepsake on its own. I wonder, is this what we get for the Backlot Club this year? This style card. That would be really cool.
Ooh, little icon tarots or something. Tarot cards would be really cool. Ooh, Zodiac bitch is back. I'm here. I feel my body just like tingling. Maybe that's why I should have been Oddfellow all along. I was always wrong. Sorry.
Should have been. Don't know what you're doing.
I love my original icons. Oh,
sorry,
no.
C-Town. So sorry. Hopefully they do just come back at the event. And although selfishly it'd be cool to have this one as a unique keepsake. Sorry. Yeah.
It was.
And after that, of course, we also get to go look at the merch. So they did provide it to us on a QR code because there's some on Shop Universal online as well. But we went to the park. Of course we did. We had to. So we made our way to Five and Dime at Universal Studios Florida. Got a nice little A-frame out front, letting you know it is time for HHN merch to drop. And then here's a nice high-res image of the merch design, which very cool. Love the colors, love the detail.
I would like to point out Jack has vines on his side.
Yeah.
They don't spell icons, but I just thought it was interesting.
He does. Those are vines.
I think it's interesting. Why? Like Oddfellow has like a light and I get it. It's like broken open with it. Is Jack's magic vines? I'm just
maybe one of them. I mean, I guess in the Oddverse, he could probably do whatever he wants. So if that's vines,
can actually do whatever the fuck he wants. No, I love this design. Obviously. Why does it say 2026 at the bottom though?
Yeah, I get the sense that just cut underneath Oddfellow and Jack, and that's basically what we're going to have in Hollywood. I think that's probably why.
Really?
That's going to be. I think they're just going. I don't know, because that's what they do every year.
Yeah, but like even icon years. I guess they did get Jack in 30, right on the shirt. Whatever. Why Oddfellow though? Like because he's on the shirt. I know. Whatever.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, I guess 35 is in the artwork. I did not catch that. You're right.
Yes,
I did not see that.
In the ironwork,
yeah.
I guess you'd say.
Yeah. I panicked on Saturday and just purchased and didn't really inspect. I loved it. It was very striking, but I was not sitting there going, ooh. It was a very stressful, long day for us.
It sure was. It sure was. But fun. But very fun.
Oh, so fun.
So let's take a look at some of the merch that they did release. So these are going to be the displays that they had immediately. Not everything is there anymore, namely that poster, which they actually had signed, limited edition of 500 by, I believe, Chris Gardner, the artist. Those ran out day of, and they have not restocked them without signatures. So there's just no posters currently available. I wouldn't be shocked if they just have the posters without the signatures at some point, though.
Probably. I mean, it was cool.
But right now,
all the colors were different. Sorry, as you were saying.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, and rainbow. Every 50th was rainbow. So if you got one of those, it's really special.
That is really cool. So better looks here at every piece of merch. We have the shirt, which doesn't have a neck or sleeve tag, just this design here on front. And this tumbler, travel cup, I guess. One of my favorite they've ever done, I think. The design looks so good on it.
I want it. I didn't want it at first, but I actually really want it. And I think it's just scary enough that I could just hide it from the children at work and nobody will really be that concerned, right?
No.
So Jack's a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
They're not that scary.
Yeah. No, it's so cool. All of this, but I will say the tags all say early release merch on them. I actually have the tag for my shirt right here. So I would not expect to see all of this at the event, if any of this at the event.
This does have the feel of simply preview merch.
Remember how
which,
good
as we know,
that
typically does not come back.
Yeah, that preview Beetlejuice shirt is still one of the best preview items we've ever gotten. So jump on it. It's online, and online they had a hockey jersey.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there.
Okay, I'm like, Duff, did you include the item?
I included it. So better look at the poster, which isn't really a good look because it's a poster wrapped in plastic, so it's really hard to get a good picture. But a magnet as well. And then we move on to Shop Universal. So they have I believe they're calling it a Sherpa blanket. 3 different sizes. It's just the artwork on top of the blanket. The hockey jersey that you were talking about, the colors look amazing on it. It works so well.
I'm so glad I didn't get the Jason one because I will be purchasing this once I have the funds available. This is coming with me. You will catch me at Horror Nights in this at least once a week. I don't care how hot it is. I'll just cut the sleeves off at some point.
It is really good. I don't know. I love the 2026 in the back, the way it sits, but otherwise,
I don't have to look at it. That's for you to look at.
That is true.
It's not for me. Unless you also buy it and then I'm forced to look at your back. That'd be a really funny The Dumb and Dumber. Okay, I'm done.
Next, we have a crop top version of the shirt.
Thank you, Universal. I did not get it, but I love it.
And they didn't do anything crazy with it. They just made it a normal crop.
There's no corset back. There's no sparkles on it. It is just a fucking different cut, Universal. I love you. Kiss yourself on the forehead or something.
I think you mean 35. Yes. Has to be 35 if they did that.
They did.
Also, this hoodie as an option. I do think it's interesting that they did the more in style of doing the center Halloween Horror Nights font or text. I mean, it's not stitched, which I would have loved if that Halloween Horror Nights was stitched, but it's not. But I like the layout of the design, so that's good. I might have to grab that.
Oh, that's nice.
And that is all that they had for the merch. And surprisingly, in just a little bit over an hour, that's everything we had lined up to talk about. I know, right?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So if you guys want, we could stay and chat for a little bit longer. Let me bring this back up because obviously this is what we were here to discuss. Jess, any expectations on where this falls for you? Do you think this is going to be as good as we expect it to be at this point? Or is there this just a little bit of hype since the first thing we know too?
Well, the first thing's always going to be, like, in hindsight, overhyped. I don't know if that's the right word here exactly. But in previous years, sometimes the first thing is very overhyped because we're just begging for something. But I think that I don't think. We all know this is going to be my number one hype going into the event. Like, I don't see another house doing that just because of the lore and the icons of it. So I have very high expectations, but I'm not afraid to have them as of right now, just based on the panel and, Mike's tweet and everything. Like, they are going to do these characters so right and all of us so right.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, I believe in it. I fully believe in it. Will it be my favorite house? Not necessarily. In fact, I hope it's not. I hope there's some original or IP, if that's what it is, that just absolutely fucking floors us out of nowhere. But it feels like this can't completely miss, right? Like, there's no way.
Nope.
No way.
No way. No. But I also hope that I hope that there's like a Darkest Steel, a Graveyard Games, actually a Vanity Ball. It's really what I hope for. That would be probably That would be the one thing, that or Graveyard Games, that would top this on my hype list going in, because of my like personal love for those two properties. So but yeah, that's it. This is it.
Where'd it go? There we go. What do you think the slogan's going to be this year? And Jess, I know they said something at the panel, and then we literally looked at each other and said, that sounds like a slogan.
A fear divided is a fear. Oh, it's a fear divided is a fear. Somebody else, come on. Chat.
Hold on. I think it's actually.
It's a fear divided is a fear.
Fear deluded.
Thank you. Oh, I was so close.
I don't think that's the one we said slogan for, though.
Oh, no, not that one. Oh.
No, there's something else. Yeah, but I do love that.
The diluted is all coming in now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I knew you had me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something I remember thinking, and now I can't remember what it was.
I'm going to my notes.
Yeah. That does remind me, though. I did have one more tweet from MEGACON. It's just a quick one where he kind of breaks down. He says, what happened today at MEGACON Orlando? Jack and Oddfellow have joined forces to present the Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. This is no friendship, but a relationship of opportunity. A fear divided is a fear deluded. All of this year's content resides within this Infernal Carnival of their creation. Their blood-soaked paths were destined to cross, with each needing the other to reach their true potential. Our prologue to the overall event will be told within our all-new original haunted house, Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control. So just a couple of the confirmations there. It is the prologue for the event. We got our little slogan there, fear divided, fear deluded, and that the entire event is within the carnival.
I can't find what the other phrase was that we looked at each other.
I don't remember.
I thought it was that one.
I don't remember.
We'll figure it out.
Mike Daniel says, I don't see a world where this isn't my first house of the year. Yeah, it feels like an obvious draw, especially since it ties so deeply into the event. Like walking out and then experiencing the rest of the event for the first time just makes too much sense. But I think we're not the only people with that idea, unfortunately. So we'll see what that looks like. So get there early at Stay and Scream.
Well, Artista wasn't even a Stay and Scream house. Yeah,
it's not necessarily. That's true. That is true.
It also depends on where the lines are this year and everything. This needs to be a Stay and Scream house.
Just Getty Boy asks, you think they're going to start announcing OG houses earlier than the last couple of years? Probably not. I still think it's probably going to be around the May to June time frame. I think without the Epic concern, they can roll out IPs on a more traditional schedule, get those out a bit earlier, get into May, June, start getting the originals out. I think it's going to look a lot more like it used to, for sure.
And the next convention that historically has a panel is Spooky, and that is in May. So I could see, again, knowing nothing, going off the spec map, if it's maybe like Blood and Guts, if he's coming back, it would be like a returning or property that we would care about in history of HHN for the originals, I would assume.
Oh, I also didn't have to look at my phone when you said a fear divided is a fear and we couldn't figure it out. Deluded.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was flying in. Deluded. I'm never gonna forget that now. Thank you.
Did he?
Did he? That's it. That's the one.
Holorant, honestly, it kind of looks like, unless they have a really good reason to, they're only going to focus on the number for an anniversary year, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like you've seen them slightly incorporated at 33, and they slightly did at 31, but otherwise, yeah, they're really leaning into just the year. But I think we're safe, and anniversaries are still going to be 35, 40, 45, 50. So.
Like I'm drinking out of the Blinky cup from 32, and in my head it said 32 on it. No, it just says 2023. Orlando. Yep. It even says Orlando on it. But yeah, that's just how it is now. Wow, a Blinky cup. This one actually blinks.
Would you look at that? Do we get Blinky Cups back this year?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. You know, somebody actually had a good point that I don't think that this is the reason, but I could see them, even if they figured out the issues with the supplier, if that's really what it was. If they do keep doing those Deathly Afraid necklaces, you would have to make sure that the colors are completely different.
Oh.
And the necklaces were red. And a lot of the blinks used to be red.
There's literally no way you'd be able to tell if you're a scare actor.
Yeah. So I could actually see that being a really good reason to justify it. Yeah, not for us, but for Universal.
That's true. I'll be honest, I was disappointed at first, but I got so used to not having a Blinky Cup, it didn't really matter.
And like, how often are we actually remembering to turn the blinker on our cups, guys? Let's be real. If the bartender doesn't do it for me,
I turn it off in the first house I walk into after and never remember to turn it back on.
No, because they tell me to turn it off and I go, oh fuck, I forgot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, take notes, Jess. Take notes.
Universal, we're waiting on our check.
That is true. That is true.
Listen, give me a couple more weeks. I need that hockey jersey to just survive a little bit longer. I got it.
Oh. Do we get an Oddfellow Cup and a Jack Cup like we got one for different crews for Mardi Gras?
And what if they're tarot cards?
That'd be cool.
Like in
it's not like they haven't. They've done this for HHN before.
29, you had the collector's cups.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We could have a chaos tarot card, a control tarot card.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thoughts?
Do you think we get smaller cups this year, like we got for Mardi Gras?
Sorry, I got triggered by the winding straws.
Oh,
those things. Ugh. I'll occasionally see them like tucked away in my cabinet, and like I physically feel ill.
Yeah, that thing holds pens for me.
Smart.
Like it's not a drinking cup. I forgot what I said before.
Yeah, I cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just I remember. Mardi Gras, the cups are smaller now. Do you think we're gonna get cut down at HHN?
Didn't they start that at Mardi Gras last year though?
Did they?
I think they did. I think this is the second year the cups have been a bit smaller at Mardi Gras. So I wonder if that's a Mardi Gras specific thing. Maybe it's like the all-day drinking aspect because you can literally just do that all day. I don't know. Not sure. Not really sure. Or just it's still a family event. They don't want to embrace the alcohol culture too much for Mardi Gras. I don't know.
That's fine. Just
give us. I'm pretty sure they did it last year for Mardi Gras, and we got the normal one for HHN still. Okay. Just without Blink.
Not trying to panic anybody. It was just a thought that left my brain.
That's fair. That's fair. Will we get a duo scare zone with two characters? What y'all think? Paulo, Julian, Sergio and Terra Queen, Lady Luck and Chance, father and daughter Kane, father and daughter Kane.
Is this a father-daughter dance? A daddy-daughter Kane dance? That's new lore right there. I'm really into that. You forgot the most iconic duo in HHN history, though. Sinister and Surreal came out. Insert duff noise I can't copy. That one.
Yeah. Listen, give me the caretaker. I don't care who you pair him with. Let's go with Cindy. Sure. Let's do it. Why not? Little family reunion.
Him and Elsa, I think, would make a great duo.
Yeah.
Just creepy old people.
Okay. Get the creepy old person zone.
I thought they were all in one zone together. I thought this was all the duos, like stages. Mm-hmm. You could do it like one. You could do it where they're duos, but they never actually meet. So like one cast is one half of the duo and the other half. So it's like you never get to actually see Cindy and Albert together. They're just two ships passing in the wind at cast change. Yeah, that's going to be the Hollywood zone this year. I'm going to put my money on it.
Your money on it?
I don't have money right now. That's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
Can't buy the hockey jersey.
All right.
Listen, that credit card, it's feeling the Saturday purchase.
Mm-hmm. Dylan says, do you think there is a chance Chucky appears in Orlando? And you never know when you're going to get a Chucky meet and greet, photo op, merch. You'll definitely get the merch. That's for sure.
I forgot about the box photo op. You just brought me back.
Oh, back-to-back years. And then it went to Hollywood after.
I remember we saw it on the back lot. Oh my. I'm actually dying now. Thank you. Oh, this reminds me of when we looked at each other and said, what's the Blumhouse representation this year?
Oh.
And it's still a scary thought because what is it? Steph? Tell me. What do you think? Honestly,
Black Phone 2, I think in some ways going to be involved. They really want to push the Grabber as like a horror icon. I think the movie did okay financially, not amazing, but okay. I thought it was fine enough. Yeah, that'd be my pick. It feels like the layup, just with how they used the Grabber.
It's just another photo op again. That's it.
Oh, apparently the photo op is at San Diego Comic-Con too. Ugh.
She's tired. That photo op needs a fucking break, man.
Hopefully it's just been demolished at this point.
I doubt it. Chucky will never die.
Spooky Bits, they don't need more. They're still selling it in the park. They literally just have to keep selling it. That's all. They have not stopped.
There will be Chucky merch at the event. There is always Chucky merch at the event in Orlando.
Yes. It doesn't need to be the event.
Yeah, there's not just Chucky. Good old Cook.
Mike Daniels asked, do you think we will see sinister and surreal? I appreciate the proper grammatical nuances to those names. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Or Major Sweets or Pumpkin Lord. What will more recent icon representation look like?
It's so crazy that Mike brings that up, Duff. What was on the stage on Saturday?
Which one are you referring to?
There was only one of those referenced on the stage on Saturday. There was a lollipop.
Oh, yeah.
For Major Sweets. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to get where I was going faster.
No, I forgot about that. Not going to lie.
Sorry. There was a lollipop on the stage. There were a bunch of Easter eggs. But that was the only one for that group.
There was Legendary Truth. There was, other than that, it was kind of Jack and Oddfellow-y mostly, I think, right?
There was a violin.
There was a couple small things.
And that was like, it had to be like a Dead Man's Pier nod. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean anything for this event, but fun to think about. To answer the question, I think we will see not necessarily any specific one of these, but newer icons will appear in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what that is, but I don't think they fully overlook this era of icons, especially because people love Major Sweets and the Pumpkin Lord.
I don't know how the Pumpkin Lord does it, because he does not go anywhere without his pumpkin, obviously. But it'd be interesting if the HHN bar had like rotating just like icons or iconic characters, just kind of Blood and Guts, Sinister, Surreal, Major Sweets, Miss Treats. Like you could go either the whole way back in the history or just like a certain amount of time. You could even do it like thematically, or like, one cast is, I don't know, the last 5 years, the other cast is the 5 years before. I don't fucking know. But it would be really cool because we do have that element now where we didn't really have that before. So maybe that could be cool.
Yeah. And I do want to bring this question up because it actually leads me somewhere else where we could see all these characters. Here's one. When will we see Sergio again? Brewing up for him to be a bigger icon. I think the answer is if there is a mashup anniversary house, Sergio is in it. And I think Pumpkin Lord is in it. Major Sweets is in it. So if we do get that mashup house, you're going to see a lot of those names automatically.
I think this whole time we were, maybe just me, we've just been talking about like, Jack and Oddfellow versus Is that the anniversary house? Like, I don't think we've really discussed the fact that there could be this and a mashup anniversary house.
I mean,
Like,
that's not necessarily an anniversary house. It's an icon house.
You know what I mean? But it is kind of also...
No, it's Jack's history. And so naturally it has to be. But if you compare it to like an actual anniversary house, then that's not even close. It's just an icon house.
It is funny.
So are they going to just do that anniversary house too?
I think that, I mean, we know they did it in 30 with Carrie and icons, and they've done it before. It is interesting also because this would be technically Jack's 25th year of fear at the event as well. So a call back to that could be fun as well.
Yeah.
So I guess same with Oddfellow, because the first time he appeared at the event was in 2000, if you did not know, but a very different form. So interesting. I hope both. I want an anniversary mashup house.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. And the last one we got in Scary was not great. To be fair, I think the limitations that year had a huge impact on that house and the way it was designed, unfortunately. But I want redemption for Scary Horror in the Heartland.
Same.
Universal After Dark. This is going to be a boring answer. What is your guys' favorite icon? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Caretaker. Yeah.
Love that old man. Jonathan says Oddfellow, though. So.
Yeah, that is true. Representation for our other co-host.
Yeah, mine should be Oddfellow based on my history, but it is Albert Kane. And it will always be the caretaker. I cannot change who I am.
Yes. Realistically speaking, the mashup anniversary house could be the rumored HR Blood and Guts house. Which I hope HR Blood and Guts rumor is true. That'd be great. I'd love to see it. B, I love that concept for it because that's like kind of what he does. He's just a way to transition a bunch of different things into one. So why not make that the mashup anniversary house?
It'd be so cool.
I love it. That would be cool to see like Major Suites like as like a newscast almost like viewed from that angle.
Oh.
Or documentary style or something like that, you know?
And Oddfellow could literally present us anything from the history. Or not Oddfellow, sorry. Blood and Guts. I'm looking at Oddfellow. I'm just like, hey.
He is right there.
Hey, Rich. How you doing? I am on a first name basis with these icons. I don't think you guys know that. I don't think the icons know that, but I am.
The icons definitely do not know that.
Well, they will. I think Jack knew at one point. Albert knew it.
Any icon that was in the house, HHN Icons Unleashed.
They knew. Those bitches knew. Yeah. Not Oddfellow, though. But yeah, I think that's a really cool way because he can literally show us anything.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Where it go?
What if they're one?
Oh. I did see some mumblings about that.
What if it's just one?
Oh. Okay. Interesting. I could see that. Oh.
Yeah, Spooky Bits. Just doing that mashup as like a scare zone also really works. Would be into that.
That would be really cool.
In my opinion, you don't have to pretend. Cindy is an icon. Was not the icon of an event ever, but is an icon. So no pretending. She is. You're good.
I love me some Cindy.
How high do you think the chances are that Stranger Things will come? 99.999%.
110.
Oh my.
I think if anybody thinks it's not coming this year, you're just ignoring the inevitable.
Yeah. Do you think Club Horror is coming back? I will say I hope Club Horror is coming back. We've talked about it a little bit, but I think maybe one of its biggest detractors, if you're Universal from a financial standpoint, is that line for the beer stand was never it was occasionally busy, but typically was not very busy at all. I think if they turn that into one of their full bars that they have around the park, it'll do a lot better, and people will be more likely to stay and hang out after grabbing a cocktail. I understand why you don't do that in that spot, but financially, if they want it to work more, I think that's kind of the answer.
How hard is it to just make it like a bar like any other ones with the two event drinks?
I just think they probably had some kind of concern about, this is our club area. Let's not put liquor in this space.
I get it, but we needed it
doesn't
because
change anything. You could just go grab it right down the street and come back. I mean,
yeah, I would grab it on the way. Like, I loved Club Horror. You could catch us there. If you were looking for us at the event, there were like probably 2 places you could find us, and that was 75% of the time there.
Oh, on a busy night, just kind of stepping back a bit towards the bar, having some space, listening to the DJs.
Couches in the back.
Again, those are like legit DJs. They weren't the standard theme park DJ where you come out and play exactly what they want you to. Like, those were real DJs who knew how to fucking spin music. So I appreciated that.
They were good. Except I was even sick of the Fate of Ophelia by the end of HHN.
Yeah, that was a go-to. That was definitely a go-to.
Well, because it got that and Golden, because everybody would just start freaking out as they were walking through. I still liked it though.
Do you think they'll do Mel's Zombies again, or will they create a new street experience? If I had to guess, you were just going to get Mel's Zombies again. Maybe they kind of take a slight different thematical element that they toss in, or something along those lines, but I bet it's just Mel's Zombies.
What if every year we get a Mel's, like it's Mel's Vampires this year? Mel's Vamp. Like it's some Mel's Prisoners. The prisoners are on wheels now. You know, we just... They're skating away from the fucking guards.
Is Mel's a prison? Or like...
Well, you know, maybe they're vamp bellhops now. The
vamp
skates...
bellhops?
Whatever, you know what I mean? Car hops. Shut the fuck up, Duff. What time is it? It is 10 o'clock.
Is it a prison? Is it a hotel?
We don't know. That's the beauty of Mel's. We have no idea. But I'm just saying, like, they could just make them... Like the car, I keep wanting to call them fucking bellhops. The car hops can just be a vampire. They could be insert Halloween theme here. You know, we don't have to be a zombie, but they're probably going to be a zombie. Now I really want them to be vampires.
Ooh, Mel's Zombies and Leave It to Cleaver crossover. Natural fit with what they're serving you. So, yeah, for sure.
I like that.
Jordan, I'm always interested to see what they bring to Dead Coconut, because the past 2 years have both been phenomenal. I've loved them both.
Cursed
Coconut Club is great. They've been doing really well. So I'd love to see how that continues. I do wonder, since it's an anniversary year, will they actually tie it directly to the event like they used to at first? I feel like they can't avoid that, right? Like they have to.
It'd be cool if it was like an Icons Dead Coconut.
Yeah.
Like give us that kind of take the warehouse. If you're not going to use it in a mashup house, throw it in Dead Coconut, and then it becomes almost like a museum to the last 35 years as well. I'd be okay with them doing that every 5 years for an anniversary. Like having it tie into the event, but it's like a museum with photo ops, because let's be real, like I feel like Dead Coconut has also turned into kind of like what the Cabana Bay experience used to be as well, with like little photo ops and installations and little cutesy things that you can like use for social media and whatnot, but it ties into the theme or whatever the theme is that they're doing. So I just think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into it. Anything that Horror Nights does 80s, I'm a sucker for, so I'm not going to turn that option down. Not at all.
Be cool. I'd be into that one.
Ooh, Hamikuma in Club Horror would be a vibe. That's fun. We've been trying to think about ways you can integrate some theme, some character, and I think Hamikuma is kind of a fun, unique way to do that. And Hamikuma already kind of dances, so.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a little dance of his own? that they do.
Yep.
It'd be cute if like once an hour or whatever, we all go out there and we're like, Hamikuma, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You catch me at the Hamikuma Club.
Going back to Leave It to Cleaver, do you think we will ever see some Meaty Meats representation? I think at some point, definitely will come back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It will. I don't know about this one because we just got in 30. But it will.
Yeah, it's not going to disappear. Where's the juke joint? Probably in the Sinner's house. But also, if you just had an actual juke joint we can visit and get drinks at, I would not complain at all. So there's that.
Universal just put up another tent back there. A little like take a break, but it's a juke joint.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never leave the tent houses. That's how you get me to stay back there. You don't put Fallout back there. You give me a juke joint.
That's all I want. That's all I want. Imagine HHN making Hamikuma work in America when Disney couldn't figure out how to do Duffy here. Yeah. I also doubt that Hamikuma will ever fully work here. It might just be like a side merch thing. But I will say, I think kawaii culture has become a bit more just integrated into the mainstream now. And it's not like a niche thing. So it probably has a higher chance to work at this point than when Disney tried to do Duffy in the US.
It's not directly related, but like the Five and Dime has a whole little Pop Mart like installation right now for blind boxes. So Universal is not ignoring the whole like cutesy, you know, Asian culture and stuff like that. So I actually could see Universal making. It muted me again because it unplugged. I'm so sorry.
I think you finished just as you cut out. 5 Nights at Meaty's Meatzeria. Just rolls off the tongue.
No.
And the most important comment we're going to see, Ruben Fries need to return. Exactly.
That.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Well, I think at this point we could probably just kind of wrap this up, Jess. To recap, we got 2 icons announced. We got a house announcement. We got a shit ton of detail about that house. We got a little likely backlot club card. We got a whole merch line, which we never really mentioned how cool that is, that it was an entire line for the preview merch. That usually doesn't happen. It's usually a couple items. Fun week, to say the least. Fun week. And
just the start.
Again, I think tickets coming soon. I don't think that's going to be long. Those have typically come out in March in recent years. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it's sometime within the next week or so. March only has about a week left. So, yeah, it does. So maybe a week and a half, something like that. And then we're going to really get rolling. Again, I don't think Epic, I don't think there's anything like Epic to kind of block announcements and give us that weird wait like last year. So I think announcement season is back to what we expect and what we want it to be.
I love it. Week of my birthday, got a house. Thank you, Universal. And this is what it was at one point back in the day. You know, that's why I always guess it on our little bets. Because one day it was going to happen. And we just happen to be there for it, you know?
Yep.
So cool.
All right. Well, with that, I guess we're going to log off for the night. Thank you all for joining us. A ton of you showed up tonight. I wonder why. It's right here on screen. Huge news. But it's announcement season. And I think we're really going to get rolling ourselves. So you get the pod Thursday. Hopefully next week we're going to do another live in a pod. And TikTok is going crazy. Jess is killing it with that content. So
thank you.
Stay tuned to our socials, our YouTube. And you'll probably see us in the parks too. We like to do that.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for joining us. We will see you probably next week for another live. Oh, we do a lot of TikTok lives too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So if you want more lives, they're already happening. Just check them out on TikTok.
Thank you, Jordan.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, it's not here yet, but thank you. By the time you see me, I'll be
Close enough. Close enough. All right. Have a good night.